Most YouTubers will not say this to you because they're scared of losing their audience, but I will. Because if you've watched any other of my videos, you'll know that we always take this approach. We give you the no fluff, straight to the jugular point. Why? Because we know it works. We know it gets results like this, all 78 times of it since last January. So I will cut the fluff. I will tell you what needs to be said. You will do with it what you will and hopefully apply it and actually change your body, because me just telling you to eat in a calorie deficit and giving you the 3 best bicep exercises to grow your bicep is not going to help you, because it's been around for the longest of time. It's the most basic advice ever. It's so surface level that if it worked, everyone would have been in shape like many moons ago, but they're not. So let's get into the weeds and actually fix and help you with this and give you the brutal advice that you just need to hear in order to get in shape. So there are 4 points I wanted to give you in this video. The first one is no balance. No balance. No cheat meals. No, I'll have one day off and make up for it tomorrow. No one-off planned meal this week. None of that. No balance. The reason for this is you are on this plan. Progress. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You're making all this progress. Now you have the cheat meal, whatever. You come back a little bit. So you've got the time going away from the goal, being away from the goal, and now having to come back up to it again. You know what you've wasted here? Energy, mental bandwidth, and most importantly, the will to win and for you to actually believe you can do this. Because a lot of you don't actually believe you can. And you think, if I have a bit of balance, I'll be able to do it for long enough because I've kind of got a bit of balance and I've kind of got a bit of the old me in there, so I can kind of feel a bit comfortable rather than just always committing to the new me. So then, it kind of feels a bit good. But having that thing is a reason why you'll never get it, because you'll always put a load of effort in, because it's still hard to work hard Monday to Friday. And then it's also doubly as hard to get back on it, knowing you fucked it up and knowing you've got to then progress and come back through it. And you're just constantly going up, down, up, down. You're always going like, let's say 5 steps forward and 2 steps backwards, which that's ridiculous. That's like, it's going to take you, I'll not try and do the maths, but let's put it like this. You're basically resetting 50% of your progress every week. Where there's people inside my program, they don't do that. They use all 7 days to move them towards the goal so they can get there faster, if anything, quicker than the time frame that we allotted for them. So don't have balance. Why do you need balance? And here's the thing. If you think, but so-and-so has a six-pack and I saw him on holiday. Yeah, and you can do the same. But you know what you do? For the time it's going to take you to get the six-pack, just say to yourself, for that amount of time, I'm in it. I'm in the cold water. My feet are wet. I'm just going to stay in it for the time I'm supposed to, because when I get out, then I'm done. Then I can go and get a cold shower. Not a cold shower, a warm shower and a nice meal, because I've done what I was asked. And the analogy I'll use there is like, when we were in the military, we'd have to crawl through cold water. It was just part of the session, and we'd do it pretty much until the staff were happy that they'd given us enough misery and pain. Then we could go get a warm shower and eat. The same analogy for getting in shape. If you just get in, just got it done for the time frame, you could go and have that warm meal. But a lot of you are you're getting in, you're like, oh, this is uncomfortable for 5 days. I'll just jump out the water for a little bit. But the session's not finished. If anything, the time's paused. In fact, no, cancel. If anything, the time is kind of being taken back from me. I have to go in and do longer. That's what a lot of you are doing to yourself. And when I put it to that analogy, it sounds retarded, but this is what a lot of you are doing. The only difference is, instead of being in cold water, you're starving yourself because you want a six-pack. That's the only difference here. And a lot of you as well do starve yourself. You take your calories all the way down to the floor, and it works for a little bit, but then doesn't. And no wonder you're not going to stick to it, because it's just so painful. You're literally sat in freezing cold water, and you'll jump out of it a little bit just to warm up a little bit, then you get back into it. It's just ridiculous. No balance. For the season of your life, just go all in. Use your weekends to propel you forward. Sleep an extra hour. Do more steps if you know you're going to be busy. Do your cardio. Do your gym sessions on the weekend so you can train harder because you're fresher. You probably have a chance to get more food in than you would do if you train in early morning before you go to work. Live your life like that, in accordance like that. And you can have the balance, but it's balance over a macro rather than balance in the micro. Like the macro being the year. For 12 weeks, you went all in on your fitness, on your physique. You got the six-pack. And then for 4 weeks, You went all in on family. You took them camping or something for 2 weeks, and then you went to like a different country for another 2 weeks, and you done stuff there, and you went all in on family. Not enough to ruin the physique, but you see how like if you just took all the weekends out of your time that you would have spent anyway, and you stuck them at the end, you could actually enjoy it properly anyway with the physique that you got in the first place. So a lot of you, like, balance is the reason why you'll never even get anywhere close to getting in shape. Just take it out. Take the word out of your brain. Just go all in and be a little bit psychopathic about this, because that's what's going to get you the result. That's actually what's going to get you over the line. And like, if to be honest, if you only listen to that one piece of advice, you'll probably get the result already, because most of you are just not willing to do that. Now, that's the first point. The second thing you need to fix is using food for any traumas you have in your life. They are traumas, they are uncomfortable, they are painful. But don't punish yourself twice over. And I'm not a psychologist, and I'm not going to sit here and say this is easy, and I'm not going to sit here and say just don't do the thing. I'm a human being. I get it. I get it. There's a reason you do X. I understand. I'm not going to sit here and tell you shouldn't do it. I understand. But you need to sit and address what is the root cause first. Why are you turning to food? And why can't we attack and fix that first and foremost head on? Because you're already trying to get in shape. You're already punishing yourself by using food as your go-to when you're sad. So like you're already you get the sadness, and then you double it up just with a bit more food and gluttony, which you didn't want anyway. So you have both. So we just want to attack whatever is the main root cause and the main issue. Like, figure out why that is, work through that, and don't get me wrong, that will be a lot more painful than I'm making out to sound. That will be very, very miserable for you, but it won't last forever, and once you've got rid of that, you can move on and feel a lot better about yourself, and then you can make decisions from a more clerical standpoint. So we must move towards that first and foremost. Again, I'm not saying it's going to be easy. In fact, it'll be very, very miserable, but it will serve you very, very well. You are like a cloud that just needs to fucking rain. It just needs to rain. It's the greyest, moodiest cloud in the world. It just needs to rain so the sun can come back out. A lot of you need to like just sit and understand what is the issue here. Work through it, and it'll be painful. But once the rain's gone, the sun can come out, and you can actually move towards it. So like, don't use food, like, and that's why most of you are in the shape you are in, because like you got sad about something, so you ate. I've had it from guys in the military. They got injured, so they got sad. So they ate because they're sad, and then they got fatter. Now they're even sadder because they're fatter, and then they keep eating because they feel sad. So it's just a vicious, vicious cycle. In their analogy, the trauma was the blunt trauma that caused the injury. It could be the same for you. It could be like whatever your thing is personal, and you don't have to share that. But you need to move towards it and fix that so you can get back on and get back to who you need to be. A lot of them, they'll come to me, they're injured or they've fallen off the wagon, and we need to fix. Obviously, you fix the issue, sure, but then you need to get them back off and get it from that space of being out of shape to back to being fit. That's the difficult and the hard bit, and this is where you don't want the balance, and you just get in and move towards it. But if you can fix the root cause first, you'll not feel like you're swimming upstream forever to try and get this goal. The next point is, you're technically only getting older, so this will only get harder. Like, if we were to say, like, oh, it's not really fair, he's a lot younger. It's like, yeah, sound. Well, if that's the case, then do it right now, because every day you wait to get in shape, you're just making it harder for yourself. Your body's going to be less responsive, metabolism is going to work at, like, not a great speed, as opposed to when you're young, fine. So literally look at it like that and think, well, there's no time to wait. There's no time to waste at all. I need to do this now. Now, one caveat I will to say to that is, it doesn't really matter your age. You can still do it, but it's a lot harder. Like, this guy is 55. And look at him. He's fucking... looks like Chuck Norris. Like, so he's 55, so it can be done. This guy also, I believe, is around 50. He'll kill me for saying that if he's not, but I think he is around 50 as well. So, like, it can be done at that age. But it'll be a lot easier if you did it when you were younger than saving it for that age, right? So don't let the clock tick down and think, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. Because it's only going to get harder the longer you wait and the older you get. Your body's already a decaying piece of flesh. So, like, don't wait till even more decayed to try and fix it. Because it'll just be a lot harder for yourself. So, like, just get to it and do it now. It's only going to get harder. Just start now. And the last piece of advice, and this is quite a big one, You just need to be a new person. You're not in shape because of who you are right now, and your character and everything, the way you think, feel, your habits, the way you see the world. Because of all of those things wrapped together in one, you get you and your physique. And that's what needs to change. Because that's got you to where you are right now, so it's not going to be the type of person that's going to get you to where you need to go. So you need to leave that version of you behind. Excuse me, whatever beliefs you have, whatever thoughts you have towards certain things, certain concepts, they've obviously not served you because they've got you to look the way they do right now. So you need to drop those off. You need to set new beliefs, new character traits, new habits. The quickest way to do this is to find someone that you actually want to look like. If ideally it's probably like a celebrity or something that you want to look like. Emulate who they are and how their character is. Understand, how do they see the world? How do they see certain things? Because when you do that, you will think like them. When you think and act like them, you're going to look like them in this realm of fitness. I mean, it works for all things, to be honest, but like if we're just speaking about fitness, as soon as you can act in accordance with somebody else, you will become that person. We started at the age of 17 as random civilians off the streets of the UK. We acted like British paratroopers for 6 months straight. Then we became British paratroopers at the end. We didn't just be like, oh, I don't know, I'm going to do this. And like, I'll just be maybe it'll happen now. It's like, just act like the person you want to be, and eventually you're going to become that person. It sounds obvious when I say it like that, when we had to go through, basic training to become paratroopers, but the same can happen for you. Instead of going through basic training to become a soldier, you're literally just going through basic training to get the shape of the body that you want. But you just need to act in accordance with how he would already live. Live like the guy who already has it, and you're going to have it as well. But if you try and live how you have been currently, you've not had it for a reason, because you live like the guy who isn't capable of getting it. So we need to leave that version of you behind. It's not that you are a bad person. It's just the traits and the way you've acted have only got you to look a certain way. So you need to remove those traits, habits, mindsets from you and adopt the new ones that are going to allow you to look in accordance with who you want to look like. So these are the 4 points I would give you. If you do all 4 of these, I can tell you right now, you'll be in shape real quick. And not only that, your whole fucking life will change. I know this because I've seen it multiple times across men within the Gorilla Platoon. So, like, I know this works. I've seen it with my own eyes. These are very good quality results. No gas. So, do these practices. This is the advice you need to hear. You don't need to hear what training split to follow. Any training split will work. You know to eat in a calorie deficit. You know to eat real clean food. Like, you know all the basics. What you need to be told is the above points I've just mentioned in this video. So if you found it useful, great, subscribe to the channel. If you want to come and join us, you want me to do this for you and mentor you through until you get the physique that you desire, then there'll be a link in the description, and I'll see you on the inside. Thanks for watching, as always. I'll see you tomorrow.